Harvard just made a power move, and it's exactly the kind of bold action that we need at a time when the Trump administration is trying to do everything in its power to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI. So let's break this down, baby. If your family is making less than $100,000 a year, your tuition at Harvard is absolutely free. I'm talking tuition, housing, food, and even travel costs. And guess what? If your family makes less than $200,000 a year, you still don't have to pay tuition. That means children from middle class and working class families now have a shot at one of the best educations in the world without drowning in debt. Now, this is genius for three big reasons, right? First, it helps marginalized communities survive Trump's DEI attacks. Ever since Trump got back in office, he's been on this mission to erase all the programs that help Black and brown individuals in marginalized communities get ahead. The Supreme Court went ahead and they banned affirmative action, making it even harder for people of color to even get into these schools. Now, with Harvard stepping up, these children now can at least afford to go to the school if they can get in. Other schools need to jump on this ASAP because working class and poor students deserve a fair shot, especially when the government is actively working against them. It also evens the playing field. I cannot stress this enough. College in America is way too expensive, and so many smart students don't even apply to Ivy League colleges because they believe they can't afford it. By removing that financial burden, Harvard is stepping up and making sure that, listen, if you have the talent, you can get the opportunity. No more, I can't afford that, because now you can. And lastly, it's a direct challenge to the Supreme Court's ruling. The court said that the schools can't consider race admissions anymore, which was a slap in the face to diversity. Harvard was like, okay, bet. We'll make college free for more people. That way, people of color and low-income families can still have access. They found a way to make education fair, even though the system is trying to block them. This is what democracy is about. Harvard deserves major praise for this, and honestly, every other school needs to follow their lead. Because right now, under Trump, policies are getting worse for marginalized communities. This isn't about financial aid. This is about fighting back and making sure that everyone has a chance to succeed, regardless of income and background. If Harvard, the most elite school in the country, can do this, what's stopping other universities from following suit? It's time for them to step up, because education should be about talent and hard work, not just about who can afford to pay.